All right, we're here again this afternoon. Toledo Cherokee against the Pittsburgh Penguins AAA team. Hopefully, my microphone is working well. We're gonna have Harris and net. Hubbard Bomer starting out on D. Jetner, Myers, and Russo on offense. Myers picks it up, passes it over to Jetner. That one in. I'm not sure who actually got that in. I think it was a joint effort between Myers, Jetner, and Russo. So we'll be up one. All right, we're gonna have Sorobi, Signs, and Luchansky up on offense. Wolf and Albert back on D. No icing call, didn't quite make it across all the lines. Hubbard Bomer back on D. they call too many men? Who got too many men? 'Cause I think that's what his hand motions were. All right, so it must have been the Penguins. So we'll be on a power play here for 1:30. Earlier they did it for 2 minutes, so I'm not really sure. All right, we're gonna have Hubbard and Wolfie back on D. Tommy signs and Russo, I believe, up on offense. Back to Hubbard. Over to Tommy. It's gonna be offsides. Collins, Myers, Nixon on offense. Albert and Boomer back on D. Boomer passes it over to Nixon. We have Cones up there taking it in. Dumps it. We're going to have Gentner, Sorovi, and, big collision there. Luchansky on the ice. All right, we're back to 5-on-5. The power play just ended. It's like, I think, are they connected? I can't tell what's happening over there. They just called a penalty on Luchansky. All right, so we'll be on a penalty kill here. 4:30. Myers, Gentner, Hubbard, and Boomer out on the ice. Boomer chips it up. It's out of the zone. We're going to call icing on that. Same lines out here. Little hesitation there between RD. Get it. Get it out, Georgie. Oh, jeez. All right, you kicked it. All right, we got out of the zone. Lachansky's out of the box. He's going to go to the bench, and we're going to have a fresh set of legs out there. We got Russo signs. Tommy up on offense. Wolf and Albert back on D. Mitchell takes the shot, goes wide, back to Albert, keeps it in at the line. Wolf has it, takes a shot. That's going to be icing. Of Nixon, Cherokee, and Cone's out there right now. To Nixon. Oh, that's going to be offsides. Bomer shoved it back in. All right, we're going to have Bomer Hubbard on D. Clausen, Gentner, and Tommy up on offense. Bomer picks it up, sends it over to Clausen. Got it back in the zone. Penguins have possession. Gentner picks that up. Dumps it up to, I think that's Lachansky back out on the ice. Looks like we got Russo and Sorobi out as well. Nope, sorry, that's Myers. I saw two. And Albert and Wolf back on D. Right, we've got Albert and Wolf getting it out. Oh, cross right in front of our net. Try to get to that Penguins player to get a shot off. We got Russo skating it out over to Myers. Puck is still loose down there. And that'll be a save by Rig, who glove saved it and then popped it back out. So that way play kept going. We get up to Russo. Myers takes it, dumps it. We're going to do a line change here for offense. Looks like we've got Cones out, signs. I'm sorry, I think that's Nixon. Sorry, Nixon and Cones are both out there. And signs. And Hubbard and Bomer. All right, Nixon dumps it back in. We're going to get Sorobi out. Wolf and Albert back on D. got Signs bringing it down the ice. Takes a shot, gets deflected on a skate there. Signs dumps it. Myers, we're going to chase it in. We also get Jetner out here for offense. Bomer Hubbard back on for D. Bomer keeps it at the blue line, dumps it back in. Jetner keeps it at the blue line. That's going to be icing. Of Albert and Wolf back on D. Russo, Tommy, and Luchansky up on offense. Nice hit by Wolf there. Luchansky's going to pick that up. He's going to skate it down. Takes a shot. Goalie saves. We're going to have Bomer Hubbard out on D. Nixon, Cones, and Clausen up on offense. Ooh. Sorry, I pressed the stop button, not the start button. Almost stopped my recording. Got it out of the zone. Nixon takes it in. Luchansky, I think, was a... No. Oh, jeez. I think that was Cones that was over there along the boards that bigger kid just kind of laid on him. Nothing intentional there, obviously. They just fell and it was bigger. It's still loose down there. We're going to have icing call. They have Albert and Wolf on D, Signs, Myers, and that's Jetner over there on offense. Signs out to Albert. Albert takes a shot. Wolf keeps it in at the blue line. Jetner takes it. Dumps it to the corner. They're going to call a penalty. Oh, jeez. All right, we're going to get some penalties out of that, I believe. I don't know what Cones did. All right, so I think this is going to be one of those 5-on. Oh, they took 2 to the box for them, 1 for us. Okay, so we'll be on a power play here. Hold on, let me get this right. So we 5 on 3 here. They took to the box. I know they called the penalty against the Penguins over on the board, and then there was a scuffle at the net. So, oh, it's gonna be 5 on 4. Maybe it's an offsetting penalty. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so they took Cones and the other Penguins player. It's gonna be an offsetting penalty, and the other one in the box for the Penguins is gonna serve a minute 30. We're gonna have Tommy, Signs, Russo, Hubbard, and Bomer up on offense. Signs takes a shot. Goalie saves. All right, we're gonna get Wolf out on D. All right, we're gonna Myers, Nixon, Jetner, offense, Hubbard, Wolf on D. We have Myers in the corner. Someone lost a glove. I think a Penguins player. We have Bomer back out, Albert on D, Gentner, Myers, Nixon offense. Here we're gonna have Sorovi, Russo, and we've got Suchansky over there, Albert and Bomer still out on D. Russo takes it into the zone, goes between their legs. Penguins picks it up. All right, we're back to 5 on 5. Oh, come on, George. That came off, blew the whistle. I don't think George actually tripped him, so I don't think they're going to call a tripping penalty there. This kid never fell, so there's no penalty, I don't think, but we'll find out. I'm more of a wait and see kind of girl. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, no penalty. Bomer, Hubbard, D, Tommy, Cones. I think Cones is out there. Myers? Nope, sorry. Jetner and Myers and Tommy. And he has it. There we go. 7 seconds left in this period. And that'll be the end of the first. All right, we're going to start the second period. Cherokee 1, Pittsburgh Penguins 0. Start the offensive line with Nixon, Signs, Cones, and then defense, Albert and Wolf. Signs picks it up, tries to keep it at the blue line, passes it back to Wolf. Wolf over to Albert. Cones takes it in with Signs and Nixon. Bomer Hubbard jump on for D. Over to Nixon, tries to get a shot off, still loose down there. Bomer's like stuck in the stick. I'm not sure what happened until he pulled him. All right, we got Nixon setting up the boards, gets out of the zone. Russo picks it up. Russo takes it in, takes a shot. Oh, just goes wide. We're going to get Luchansky out as well as Sorobi. And Albert comes on for Hubbard for D. Albert gets it, takes a shot. Goalie blocks with his leg. Jeez, Albert takes another shot. I think it was Albert. It was Luchansky. I saw it too. Given either of them. Luchansky picks it up, dumps it back in. That's going to be offsides. Russo was not quite out of the zone there. I don't think Luchansky saw you still in. All right, we're going to have Tommy, Gentner, Myers, offense, Bomer, and Hubbard back on D. Gentner's going to bring it down the ice. Albert and Wolf come out for D. We're gonna have a penalty against Penguins, I guess. We're gonna have Nixon, Russo signs offense, Bomer, Hubbard back ND. Back to Hubbard. Science has possession over to another neck guard on the ice. These kids really just need to get a neck guard shirt. Oh! Bomer ties it up there at the blue line. Over to back to Bomer. Bomer takes a shot, gets deflected. Hubbard dumps it in. We got a stick down and a net guard down. Bomer tries to keep it in the blue line, just gets past the stick. I'm not sure whose stick is on the ice, but they left it. Signs is going to bring it back down. Bomer has it. Oh. That's going to be offsides. Got about 6 seconds left on this power play here. We're going to have Tommy, Myers, Gentner out on offense. Albert and Wolf back on D. Got it up to Myers, over to Gentner, takes a shot, and that's a goal. All right, we're going to keep the same lines out there. Defense wasn't quite in position when they did the puck drop there, but I don't know what the rules are for that. Nice save by Rig. Oh, sorry, my camera wasn't even by there. We're going to have Tommy bringing it down. Passes over to Gentner. Tries to get another shot. Bomer Hubbard out on D. Sorovi's out as well. Bomer's going to use the boards. Tommy gets it back. Bomer has it. Bomer dumps it. We're going to do a line change here. Sorovi's going to go in. We're going to have Cones out, as well as Lashansky, Albert, and Wolf back on D. Nice stick by Albert, keeping it in the blue line. No goal. It is called no goal there, I think. Nice try by Cones. All right, we're back to 5-on-5. I didn't announce that, but Albert picks it up, uses the boards, gets it out of the zone. Sorobi dumps it in. Got Bomer back on D. Passes it up to Cones. Goalie saves. All right, we're going to have Bomer, Hubbard, Signs, Nixon, Russo up on offense. Bomer has it up to Signs. Goes behind the net. Russo gets there. Right, we're going to have Nixon chasing it to the corner there. Albert Wolf on D. Looks like we had Clausen come out for offense. Yeah, Signs taking it down over to Nixon. Nixon takes a shot, and that's a goal. Really hope my camera was on that when that happened. I got 6:51 left in the second period. Gonna have Gentner, Tommy, and Myers up on offense. Bomer and Hubbard back on D. Ooh. Offsides? Oh, okay, good. All right, we're gonna have Russo, Luchansky, and Sorobi out on offense. Wolf dumps it in. Oh, did not. Sorry. Penguins pick it up. It's going to be Penguins and George. Tries to get in front of the net. Russo gets it. Who is that? Oh, it's Jorge. Dumping it down. Going to be a line change here for D. We're going to have Cones, Clausen, Nixon up on offense, Wolf and Albert back on D. Penguins come out with that. They're going to come down the ice, it looks like. Gets tied up there a little bit center. Wolf tries to get him. Albert. Oh, nice. I'm not sure. I think it was Clausen. Nope, not Clausen. It was Wolf that tipped it back out. He was right in front of the net with Harris. Nixon picks it up. It's behind the net again. They pass it out to the front. Albert gets it. Finally gets out of the zone. We're going to have Albert bringing it down the ice. We're going to have Bomer, Tommy, Signs, Gentner, and Hubbard out on the ice. Back to Bomer. Back to Gentner.
Body positioning, Reaver.
Oh. All right, we're going to have Tommy. Looks like Tommy's going to the bench. So we had a penalty kill here for a minute 30. I didn't see what happened. I thought they called offsides, but then it was a penalty across the blue line. Bomer, Hubbard, Gentner, and Signs out there right now. Thomas. Tommy's last name, I don't even say his last name because I don't know how to pronounce it. I know I'm going to butcher it. I've asked several times how to pronounce it, and if so, I'm going to mispronounce it. So I'm just going to call him Tommy. Tommy's in the box. It's going to be icing. Going to get Russo, Myers out on offense, Albert and Wolf back on D. We got Russo bringing it down. Nice save. All right, we're going to have Albert Wolf staying out for D, but we had offense change, but I couldn't tell you who it was. I want to say Cones is out there. Nope, sorry, not even. Luchansky and Sorogi, I think. All right, we got Luchansky taking it on the ice. We're back to 5-on-5 here. Tommy is out of the box. Oh. The Penguins coach over there put his hand up like that should have been a penalty. You know. All right, we're going to have Luchansky, Sorogi, Gentner taking it down the ice. Over to Bomer. Bomer dumps it in. We're gonna get Nixon, Tommy, and it's like Cones. Albert's out on D as well, so he dumps it in. Gonna get Wolfie out. Back to Albert. Ooh, Albert tries to take a shot and hit the player. All right, they're gonna call a tripping penalty on Tommy. I thought it was Tommy. I guess it's, yeah, no, it is Tommy. Okay. All right, we're gonna have Myers, Albert, Wolf, and I believe Nixon is still out there. Ooh, sorry, camera. Got Boomer out. That's going to be the end of the second. All right, we're going to go to the second. 3-0 here. Russo, Hubbard, Gentner, Bomer out on the ice. Tommy will be in the box for another minute. Recovers. All right, we're going to get Signs and Luchansky out on offense. Takes it, dumps it. It's gonna be icing. I'm gonna get Albert and Wolf out on T. Luchansky Signs still on offense. All right, we're gonna be back to 5-on-5 here. Tommy skates to the bench, and Sorobi comes out. Oh, it's still. I don't know where that puck is. Oh, there it is. Get up, guys. Oh, now they're fighting. Yeah, jeez. They called icing. Okay. All right, Bomer, Hubbard, D. Tommy, Myers, Nixon, offense. Myers up to Nixon. Nixon's gonna skate it over to Tommy. Right, we're gonna have Sorobi, and I think that's Cones out there. Sorobi pass over to Russo, takes the shot. Albert Wolf back on D. All right, we're gonna have Myers, Clausen, and Jetner on offense. Bomer, Hubbard on D. That door's open. I don't know what they call it. High stick, maybe? Offsides, maybe? If they're taking all of it down here, it must be a high stick. Signs, Tommy, Lachansky, offense, Bomer, Hubbard, D. George was gonna go to the box for tripping. I don't think he touched him, but they'll be on a power play here. Aw, sorry, Jorge. Nice play though. All right, Wolf and Albert on D, Tommy and Signs on offense. No goal. Nice skate by Signs there. Now we're gonna have Wolfie dumping it down. Signs gonna chase it. They're gonna call icing. Whoa, sorry, my camera went way up. All right, we're gonna have Hubbard, Albert on D, Cones, and Gentner, I believe, is out there on offense. Nice play by Cones there. Ooh. Oh, nice save by Rig there. All right, George has about 12 seconds left in the penalty box. I think he's going to come off and skate to the bench. We got Gentner tipping it up to Cones. Pittsburgh picks it up, crosses the ice. George is out of the box. And offsides. At 9 minutes, 12 seconds left in the game. We're going to have Nixon, Russo, Clausen up on offense, Albert Wolfpack on D. Clausen is going to pick that up, take it down the ice. We got Bomer Hubbard back on D. Looks like Sroby came out for Clausen. Russo has it, takes a shot. All right, we're going to have Myers out on offense as well. Myers picks it up. He's going to take it down the ice. Lachansky's out on the ice as well as Sorobi. And Hubbard and Wolf, I believe, are back on D. That's going to be outsides. Sorry. All right, we're going to have same lines out there, it looks like. Oh, Albert came out for Hubbard. Offense line the same. Sorobi is going to take it down, dumps it. We have Gentner and Signs out on offense. Gentner picks it up over to Tommy. Tommy takes a shot. Goalie saves. Either my time is not right or they're not starting the clock when they're supposed to. So mine keeps counting down. It's probably me. It's probably me fault. Albert Wolf back on D. Gentner over to Signs. Signs try to get a shot off. Oh, Wolf over to Albert. Albert up to Gentner. All right, we've got Hubbard Bomer on D. Hubbard up to Clausen. Clausen over to Signs. Ooh. Nixon lost an edge there, fell back. We got Bomer sending it up the boards. It's out of the zone. We've got Nixon. I think that's Nixon. Nixon coming out with it. Oh, sorry. I got to get my camera over there. We got Penguins come out with that. Nixon picks that up in the zone. Gets a shot. Tries to pass over to Russo. Nice save by Rig. All right, we're going to get Albert Wolfback on D, Russo, Sorobi, and Gentner up on offense. Gentner passed it up to Russo. We're going to have Bomer and Hubbard out on D. Collision into the board over there. Turn around, George. All right, over to Russo. Russo gets it out of the zone. We're going to have Russo, Gentner off. Luchansky. Clausen and Myers on. Former sends it behind the boards. Behind the net to the boards. I don't know if you can send it behind the boards in a hockey game. The boards are there to keep the puck in play. Oh, I'm tired. All right, we got over to Myers. I'm going to try to get out of the zone. Didn't quite make it. Nice save by Rig. All right, we're going to have Albert and Wolfback on D. Nixon, Russo, and Tommy up on offense. Nixon has it, dumps into the zone. Back to Wolf, dumps it back in. Some icing. Try to keep it in the blue line. Pass it over to Wolf. Wolf pass it back up. He's got his arm on his stick. All right. I think that was offsides. All right, we're gonna have signs. Gentner, Clausen, offense. Bomer, Hubbard, D. 1:49 left in the game. Gentner's gonna pick that up. Over to signs. Gentner keeps it in. Albert Wolf out for D. Nice save by Rig. Puck is still loose down here. All right, less than a minute left in this game. Signs going to come out with that. Signs has it. Gets a shot. Hits. I think it hit the post. I heard a ding. All right, Bomer Hubbard still back on D now. Oh. All right, we've got Sorovi, Luchansky, and I think that's Cones that just came off the bench. I have no idea who has him in the corner down there. Not Luchansky, because he's over there. Alright, we got less than 6 seconds left in this game. Chansey takes it. And that's going to be the game. The game this morning against the same team was 3-0 for Penguins. This afternoon game is 3-0 for Toledo. We play again next weekend, I believe, in Cleveland. I don't know the exact times off the top of my head, but either myself or Jim will be there to live stream. Thanks all.